Yeah, we're live.
Thank you. We're back at 3:09 in the regular meeting for the land bank for BENLIC. We did have discussion in executive session. There was no vote that was taken, but we do have a motion that's coming forth. Dan, did you want to?
I would like to make the motion that we offer the position of executive director to Marjorie McAllister, following the terms of the offer letter, subject to some additional language to be negotiated over the next couple of weeks, and start date of September 14th.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Anything on the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries, and let's hope Marjorie. Thank you, Mike. So now on to the approval of the July 2026 minutes, pages 3 through 7. Is there a pleasure in the board?
So moved to approve the minutes from July.
Thomas, thank you, Mike. Motion made and seconded. Question? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Treasurer's report. Adam, do you have this one? Or Ben's doing it?
Sure. As typical, a fairly active month for July. A significant amount. You'll see their debits, generally small amounts for some of our ongoing landscaping, really grass cutting services amongst our City of Buffalo ARPA properties. A large transfer of credit of our M&T Bank CD as the transition with our executive directorship took place. Jocelyn met with Adam previously and just thought that it would be best for whomever was incoming at the time to have kind of a good idea, a clean slate of what where our accounts stood. So I believe, Adam, you're going to be working with Marge on
all kinds of notes.
that. Yeah.
And related to that, I did receive from M&T Bank.
Signature.
Yeah.
And related to that, to everybody, we added myself to be a signer on the BENLIC accounts. Just as a secondary signer, I made it very clear to Ben and Jocelyn that, we got to keep management and board very separate. Jocelyn wanted me to do a number of things. I told Ben, like, you got to do it, man, or I'll be there to sign with you, but I can't just do it by myself. We got to make sure that management and board is separated. And I think it's a good idea to keep me on as an emergency. Obviously, we'll have Marjorie add her once she starts, but I think having that secondary signer is something we probably should have done a while ago.
Yeah. That came out abundantly clear as we were going through our executive director.
We did it for both. We have accounts at NBT Bank too, so we did it over there as well. Awesome.
And yeah, so for the month of July, you'll see the balance totals there between our ARPA accounts, both of the city, county, our typical utilities, checking accounts, and our general balance ending in $1,127,000, $1,127,930.66.
Were any of the ARPA homes sold during this reporting period? Or the payment made? I guess it would be closing versus all the payments. I'm just wondering how we're showing any income from the sales that happened to date.
So we have set up 2 additional proceeds accounts with M&T Bank, and so they're not reflected in this treasury report. They'll be reflected. Certainly incorporate that in the future.
Yep. Okay. Good.
Those 2 proceeds account, that would be just one for the city ARPA, one for the county ARPA.
And then the theory would be then that would hold the money and we'll close the accounts that have the money now. Because all the proceeds will be spent from the ARPA and just to keep the funding clean and clear. So as you know, right now we have 4 of them open. We're gonna get back to only having the 2 with the proceeds split, so we can keep it all clean.
And come September 15th, Marjorie will have a plan for the ARPA phase 2.
The afternoon of September. No, you don't want
It
to rush it.
could have been the 14th.
Yeah.
Anything else, Ben? Adam?
Motion to approve it.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Question? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. On to resolution 2026-6, approved municipal transfer, 10,544 Main Street North Collins, pages 11 through 15. Did you want to take it down?
Yeah, so this is a kind of a lucky utility property that remains in our inventory for a few years now. We acquired it through our typical or historic our request for foreclosure process, working with the village of North Collins. It's a fairly small mixed use structure right on their main street, downtown North Collins. There's, I think, a combination liquor store pizza parlor that had been vacant for, I think, over a decade. Once we got inside of it, it was found to be just severely structurally deficient. We had a few opinions provided that in an attempt to kind of quantify how much it would cost to stabilize it. Correct me if I'm wrong, John, but I think it was in the realm of like $300,000 just to keep it from falling into the ground.
And that was strictly just structural. That was not rehabbing the building or anything like that. That was strictly structural, basically the foundation. We also had contaminants in it and such that it was well beyond safety.
So, to ensure that the property, there was no longer really an imminent threat, we utilized some of our LBI2 funds in the amounts of just under $40,000 to demolish the property. The lot itself is somewhat landlocked. The parcel map will show you on page 14. The adjacent owner of a few commercial buildings north of it owns really right up into where the existing structure at the time was. So there was no parking for it. It's very tight, maybe less than 10 feet between where the side of it was and that kind of strip land just to the south. Therefore, it was difficult. We reached out a few times to adjacent property owners who did not express interest in acquiring it. And then recently, it's been an ongoing conversation. Matt has been working with some of the officials at the village, specifically Michael Billo Sr., who's the mayor there. At this point, they really just want to assume responsibility for it and look for a brighter and better future. They've explored utilizing it in some form or fashion for like public. So the resolution in front of you really just proposes that a municipal transfer nominal dollar to it is the technical.
It's hanging in. Lucky. Any other questions for Ben or for John?
Is there anything that we should add into the agreement with the town to state that they gotta keep it for public use if they can't flip it to sell it to somebody else?
Yeah.
With the public money.
I know we talked offline about that.
There's precedent for it in the past that we've done, whether it was for open space, public use, affordable housing, or that's just we could include that in the purchase and agreement with the village, recorded as a deed restriction.
Did they indicate what they were thinking of doing with it?
I think Matt, if you could fill that in, I think you can.
Yeah, they had been thinking about like maybe like a little park for the village. But that's I think the main thing is they just wanted to, retain ownership, make sure that they didn't let the opportunity go by.
Is this looks like downtown North Collins?
Yes,
Yeah,
right.
right. So it's,
right there.
Yeah, you can see on the parcel map, it's right across the street, from the village hall. Fire department's right there.
Metropolitan.
Why, why are we giving it away?
I think after exploring at least the adjacent purchasers of the property, I think at one point we had reached out to a prior leader of the Rural Outreach Center. If they had interest in the property. They did not, at the time, they did not have interest in it.
Why wouldn't we be building a house there? Building some residential building there, that's our mission, right? To build housing.
At this point, in that area, the demand is minimal. That's part of the reason we were looking at it, is what we could do with it in the future. When we had looked at it with the village, if I remember right, Matt, about the possibility of community center or something like that. But at this point, there's really a minimal demand for housing out there, including affordable housing.
Rock's putting in 6 affordable housing units right now, right down the street, right across the street.
I think whenever possible, we certainly look at the like housing opportunity that a lot prevents. Generally, or historically, our infill plans have been kind of led by, where the funding opportunity is. So at the time and really currently, outside of the ARPA monies that, we've been doing city infill in the town of Cheektowaga, there isn't a source at the moment, but we're
Build some tax revenue more than they need a park.
We try to put it on the MLS at all? We try actively to resell it for.
it was not put on the MLS with like a broker.
Yeah.
But there was a number of kind of outreach efforts, dialogues that happened between both the commercial property owner and the residential property owner adjacent to it. Right now, it just has 2 bordering property owners that really looked at it as our typical side lot sale. But Matt, do you know the dimensions offhand? I think I could pull it up. Just around 30 feet wide, which for kind of that main commercial strip that is. But I think if there is an interest of the board to explore, like it's
It's a rush, right? Couldn't we
Not
put
at
it
all.
out for a month?
Yeah, I think the the village does not have a concrete plan at the moment to put anything in there. And if I think ultimately they want a success, which could be public use or development to occur on it. So I think they would be happy either way as long as there was an eventuality.
Yeah, I think we need more time. And also, BENLIC is out $6,000. Is that?
Just around like the carrying costs and that structural report.
Yeah, I would say we could do more legwork to identify other possibilities for feel more comfortable with it personally. Like I wouldn't be but I'll have a conversation with Frank Cerny about other possibilities that maybe they could tap into.
I think it's worth having a discussion. Like I said, I don't know why we need to rush this early. I mean, Frank just retired this week, but certainly there's other people there that would look at it. It'd be worth a discussion with the mayor too. I mean, sure, he's going to take property and parcel will hand to him, but they need something on the tax rolls down there more than they need a park that they can't maintain. That would be my thought.
Yeah, it's certainly been some time since there's been some transition, I believe, with that organization, the Rural Outreach Center, since we last brought it to them. So we're happy to re-engage in
It
that.
may not be them. If they're not, their mission isn't really to build single family one-off buildings. They're doing 6, 8 units. They're just getting into it. So I don't think it would be them, but there is a rural housing. What is it in the town of Boston? Boston rural housing. I know Paul Orlando works with them.
Yeah, we just, county just submitted a letter of support, or I forget what municipality, our application.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the one in the town of Boston is.
But I think there's another one down in the South Towns too.
Yeah. That there may be other organizations that would be interested, putting a unit there.
Just have table it then, or about
Yeah.
table, do a little more.
Yeah.
We have to make a motion. We just put it on the.
Well, I mean, we could, if you want to table it to the next meeting, that's fine. If you want to motion it to table it to the next meeting, that too, it's. If you want directions in the motion, that's fine. Or further exploration to regarding a private sale.
Okay, explore partnership opportunities and that's part of the value for the.
Nice, yeah. Make that motion.
Motion made, seconded. Yeah. All right. Motion made and seconded. Anything on the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Moving on, Personnel Subcommittee report. We already essentially took care of that.
Yep.
Executive session, that was, again, we went out of the orders of the day. I've got nothing further unless somebody has anything else further other than welcome Bryce once again. Marjorie, you're not welcome yet until.
I did just want to note on the back of your packages, John this morning was up inspecting our Adam Street infill initiative. Buffalo, as part of the development plans, effective smoke, stormwater, mitigate runoff requirements. We have been using a new to us material in terms of how we are building these driveways. These are permeable geogrids that are able to be seeded, and grass is able to grow between these pads, as you can see in this image. And I'll throw it to John to add any additional concept.
What you're looking at right there is the driveway. And we've actually got the grass that is suited to it growing fairly well.
How do you?
Like the grass?
How do you clean
Yeah,
it?
we did
How do you
a
plow this?
5.3.
Yeah, how do you
Yeah.
plow it?
How do you take a
That is
snow
the
blower
one
to it?
thing that we need to teach the people about. What you have to do is keep your skids on so that you're ½ inch above the grade. So you're not scraping away at the base.
So there's an entire infrastructure that goes underneath this. The best analogy I can make is that they look almost like bread crates that you put in.
Yes.
You fill in with a substrate and then you kind of build up, and then the top coating, instead of being concrete, is
Is
soil
this
and grass.
at 5 Points Bakery?
Yeah, they did a 5.
Same exact concept.
I've seen the ones with like the crates, but I've never seen them put it in a slab. Right
Yeah,
on.
that's
Just a deer's comment. It's fine.
So I have a gravel driveway, and what I do, if there's a couple snowfalls, I drive up and down over it to pack the snow down, and then I just snow blow it like everywhere else.
There are certainly like more elegant ways to achieve permeable driveways, certainly across 12.
The Buffalo Sewer Authority.
You know, this.
Waive that requirement.
There's
have
on the
that
access.
conversation.
They're cool.
I think with the requirements of zero net of stormwater off lots, we're gonna see more and more of this. Especially with small lots that have very little areas to soak up the water.
Place to send it.
Yeah, basically the Buffalo Sewer Authority is letting you put none to the street. With these, with calculations, we're very close to a zero off site.
Some to do, and then.
Well, other things we
I'll go
can
back
do,
to you.
but we would sacrifice part of our overall footprint of all of our lots and the adjacent lots. So,
I mean, that's
Right,
part of
building,
the issue is lots are so small.
Swale or something between, yeah.
with an easement, and all that.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Just real quick. Monica can discuss the precedent for the closing of first home.
Yeah, so September 9th at 11:30 at 18 Calumet, which is the first home sold for the Building Buffalo Roots ARPA, home development project. We're going to be welcoming the new homeowner and inviting the press and the board. County executive's going to be there, the mayor, deputy mayor, homeowner, BENLIC, PCC, Belmont. So it should be a great, celebration, really highlighting all the work that went into creating these homes. And then we're also going to be announcing The remaining 24 homes are going to be listed on a first come first served basis, so people will be able to submit an application to purchase the homes that are. 10 of them will be done at that point, and then the remaining ones will be under construction. But people will be able to still submit an application for a home that's under construction, with the understanding that those will be done in September, October.
What time on September 9th?
11:30.
Jeremy had a suggestion. You should invite Jocelyn. Somebody should invite Jocelyn.
Yeah.
To that. I figured since you have a lot of direct contact.
Yeah, I can send that, sure.
Thompson. Thank you.
I might have missed it, but I understood that there was some vandalism at some of the properties. I don't know if it's been reported or what the status is.
We're working on the repairs on each of the properties. We have had some break-ins, vandalism, couple of, we actually put up fences to try and keep people out of the backyards, as well as all of the stick builds, which I believe was 27 of them. Yes, we actually put motion sensor spotlights on the back doors so that if anybody goes in the backyard, suddenly the entire backyard's gonna light up. So we have taken some action to try and prevent further break-ins. At this point, I don't know that we've had any more than those few. No, so I think the actions we're taking are helping the situation.
They insured claims or?
Yes.
And on a somewhat related note, Dan had mentioned to me about BCC attending, and that would be a great thing to have them.
Yeah, I think we can have
at
them
the
come
next meeting.
maybe next month, just to give all the new board members an update on where we are and the last homes. Were those the last homes on those 24?
So there's 24, and then there's the two on Glenwood that are just in the permitting process now. So they won't be.
They would be willing to come in at the next September meeting and just answer any questions about the work that's wrapping up.
Anything else? Anyone? Thank you, everybody. Robust meeting. We'll see you next month.
Thank you.